Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm Mark, this is Spiguyver Backpacking, and today what I wanted to do was come out here and hang up a hammock and show you guys some suspension. Now, suspension is a topic that gets debated all the time. What's the best one out there? Anyone who watches this channel on a regular basis knows that I am a huge fan of the Beckett hitch. So I use pretty much a strap and Beckett hitch it to a continuous loop on my hammock, and that's the route that I go. Now, for new people that are new to hammocking, the easiest, and a lot of people are going to tell you this, the easiest solution is the cinch buckle system. And so Danny over at Superior Gear, who makes the Superior hammock that I've shown, they have come up with what they call their Superior suspension system, and it is a cinch buckle system with a little bit of a twist to it. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean by a little bit of a twist and why I think it is so good. So why don't we get this hammock hung up and I'll show you guys. Okay, so getting the hammock set up, you've got your straps, your suspension, and so they need to go around a tree. Now there's lots of different ways you can attach it to a tree. Now most of the good, well, almost, I would say all, have a loop on the end. Now, whether that's a loop you've put in there and tied in or is sewn in like these, you need some way to run it around the tree and attach it. Now, for a lot of mine, I just run it through itself, and that is how I do it. You can also use a carabiner, something like a Dutch clip, or if you want to go hardwareless and you don't want to run it through and you want something that's a little bit quicker, the Myers Tech Evo loops are a great way to go. But for this, I'm just going to run it through itself. And now you've got the system hooked up to the tree and you've got your cinch buckle on there. So let's get the hammock on and I'll show you guys how you make adjustments. All right, so I've got the hammock set up right here. So let's take a look at the suspension and how it adjusts and what makes this one a little bit different than other cinch buckle systems that are out there. So this system consists of a set of two 15-foot straps, and these are polyethylene straps. They're low stretch, strong, and pretty UV resistant. They're rated up to 400 pounds, so a lot of weight can be held by these, and they don't retain water all that well. So even when they're wet, they don't pick up that much weight, which is good. So here's the actual system. So this is the cool part of it and what makes this one a little bit different. So most of the cinch buckle systems that are out there, you've got the strap running through them, and once there's weight on them, it's really hard to make adjustments. Now, tightening them is always pretty easy, but it's the loosening them that always becomes kind of a problem. So with this piece right here, it has this rounded section, and so you can put a finger in there real easy. And by just getting a little bit of leverage with your thumb on there to twist it, to push that down, you really create a gap so that you can make really easy adjustments. Now that's one of the cool things about the cinch buckle systems, is that it's an infinite adjustment. It's not like some of the Atlas straps or other loop systems out there where you have 3, 6, 10-inch gaps where you can't make fine adjustments on your hammock system. With something like this, you can make infinite adjustments to get exactly where you want. So if you're a 1/4 inch off, you come and you just pull it a 1/4 inch. If you pulled it, oh, that's too much. Well, now you just put your thumb in there or put your finger in, pull it down, and you can make adjustments. Now, this system is probably the only system I have used that's a cinch buckle system that you can actually do adjustments with weight in the hammock. So after you've got it set up, you sit in it, maybe something happens, the trees bend in a little bit, and you realize, I've got to have them a little bit tighter. Well, a lot of times with a regular cinch buckle system, it's going to be either pulling in and trying to take the weight off of the buckle system to move it, or taking stuff out of the hammock. Depending on how much stuff you got in there, it can be kind of a pain in the butt. With this system, you can leave the hammock completely weighted, just come up, grab it, make the adjustment you want, get it set, and it doesn't matter where this is. So it could be up like this, it could be pointing straight out, it could be pointing down, doesn't matter. And that's the beauty of this system. Now the actual attachment point for your continuous loop at the end is really nice. It also has a little hole in there, so if you wanted to use or like to use carabiners, you could have a carabiner in there and then attach that carabiner to your hammock. I know some people have gone to a big gated carabiner through the whipping at the end of their hammock instead of having the continuous loop, and have gone that way, and you could clip it right onto there. But for these, you just put them over, and now you're set, and now you just make your adjustment wherever you want, and you're ready to go. Super simple system. So the system total weighs about 7 ounces, which is not super light for a suspension system. Some of my lightest Beckett hitch type systems, made with some Dyneema or UDHMP blah 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 webbing, they run in like the 2 ounce range or less for a set. So these are a little bit heavier, but for someone getting into hammock camping, these things are secure, they're easy to adjust, and you don't have to learn any knots and worry about whether or not you're competent enough to set it up and have it hold. So good system, quality system. If you're in the market for a good beginner or intermediate set of straps, or you just like a cinch buckle system and that's your elected way to go, you can get these, and these things make adjustments on the fly super easy, as you can see. If you guys want to learn any more about Superior Gear or any of the products that they have, go check them out. It's superiorgear.com. They make the Superior hammock, which I've already shown. They have the classic hammock, which I have strung up right now. They've got all kinds of cool stuff. They have come out with some really innovative things that I've been having a lot of fun testing. So this is one of them, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you down the trail.